playing D&D or reliving some kind of fever dream?
It is time for a recap.
So I'm going to probably be asking for help a lot through this. But so first of all, we ended up at the cupcake shop after flying the dragon bird human face thing, which is pretty freaky. And then we got and we attacked we didn't attack. We went in and tried to get some cupcakes, and we also saw a bunch of murals. I've got very vague descriptions of it. A woman was being punched, and the second one, there was a dwarf with a hood, and he had a hat identical to the Traveller. And the third one, there was a mind flayer wearing Captain Bosun's cloak. We didn't stay there very long, and we ended up stealing the secret cupcake recipe, secret ingredient, and running to an alleyway where there was a store.
Hold on. Sorry? You jumped too far ahead.
Oh, my bad.
Number one, that woman was not being punched. She was exploding. And number two, Goop joined the group and immediately attacked the Traveller and etched into his chest a D for Druev. And then we went on the adventure you said.
Yep, so we ended up in the alley.
While also Rafstold responded to the attack and then immediately got swept in the face with a wave, leaving some kind of fish that grew spider legs and skittered off or some shit.
Yeah, some sort of like fish fairy police there, which attacks people. So anyways, we ended up in the alleyway. The Traveller said that we had to get into this building where the door was locked. And we sat outside the front of that building for a while, wondering how we were going to get in. Eventually, we asked Rafstool to just bash down the door. And then the fairy fish police came again and attacked Rafstool. And we ended up breaking into that building. After that, the Traveller told us to go down this door and follow a bunch of places. And that's when we ended up in the nipple room, or that place, where we saw these robots things which didn't speak our language, just go kind of deal. Yep, that's them. And we killed them because they didn't speak to us, and they were really defenseless. And Rafstool protested against it, and
we were
killed
told
them anyway.
By the Traveller that we had to fight our way there. So building up more evidence that Goop hates the Traveller and thinks that everything he says is full of shit.
We ended up going to this store where we needed like their ID, and we just picked up one of their hands or heads or something and got through. And that's when we ended up in a Blockbuster. And we got 2 movies from there because we had a 2-for-1 coupon. We got we got Breaker, which we found while attacking the walls of the place, and we also got Stop or My Mum Will Shoot. So I'm going to describe Breaker's story with my really shitty dot points. So we've got Breaker. Breaker was like paddling, and he was singing an emotional song while a captain was crying. A rebel was attacking Breaker in like the next scene, so the scenes were all jolly and jumpy. There was a lot of static. And then the third scene, there was a blue elf with a trident stabbing Breaker. And then the next one was Breaker had a weird weapon, and there was an elf injured in a hammock. The next one, there was a sword cane, and we couldn't pull open a door, I'm pretty sure. And then I think we're up to I know this part, there was a fireball, and Breaker covered someone in that big auditorium, which was a church kind of deal. And then he stabbed a huge creature with the rapier. And then the last scene was a large flash of Druev opening the bottle. And then that was the end of the disc. And at the end of it, it said 12864 when we touched the thing, and we got teleported to Louisiana, was it? Like, I don't know, some sort of backwater country.
I think it was Louisiana. It was outside of like a house.
Thought it was Golden, Mississippi.
Golden,
Mississippi, Louisiana. No one but the people who live there can tell the difference.
And that's where
There
we
goes
met.
half our viewership. Damn.
That's where we met Bobby Harris out the front of his grandma's place, and I think we were like we were boggled at this point. So I think Fichet threw up the grenade and blew it up on everybody, including Bobby Harris, and we ended up getting a hose and hosing each other off because there was like magma or whatever, the bloody napalm all over us. And we ended up going with Bobby Harris to his old woman's house to watch a film, which was the stuff my mum will shoot, and he thought it was like some sort of European porn flick or something. And we got pulled. So yeah, when we were driving, we got pulled over by the sheriff, and he saw us because we look like freaks in this real world because we're like a fucking fish and a midget and a bloody seagull.
Are we playing D&D or reliving some kind of fever dream?
It feels like it.
If there's like a Google Hangout version of mushrooms, I think that's what we were on last week.
Well, and then Goop bribed the sheriff with the coins, and he left, and that because it started raining too.
And we ended up at Bobby Harris's trailer park, where we were going to watch this. We were going to watch the movie, but a cyclone happened, or like some sort of whirlwind, or some sort of deal started happening. So we ended up outside in a ditch, and the power was out. And then we went inside and started to watch it, but it didn't work again. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember.
We realized that the house address and the street number were the same numbers that we had seen before. And yeah, then we went back into the house, and it was dark, and we saw some weird creature that we eventually captured that had the Golden Girls thing on its ass, right?
It did have the image of the 4 Golden Girls. Not necessarily on his ass, but on the back. And you watched a movie, and that's when the storm came, and you ran outside. And then when you went to go back in, there was a note tacked on the door.
Well, I don't remember.
So wait. I feel it's important to clarify. The Golden Girls are not on their ass. It's a Golden Girls tramp stamp.
That's, remember the note?
On the tiny monkey.
The note was from the door, and Bobby said, "So y'all getting mail here already?"
Sort of.
And it was from the traveler, and he said, "Sorry, had to go. Good luck getting home."
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
And then Bobby Harris found out that we're from the future because our movie isn't from his time. So that were
right. He wasn't confused by the fact that we were a fish and a bird, and he was just confused because the case on the tape had a 1 year in the future, like as if it wasn't just some cheap fucking copy from China or something. That was what confused him and his old lady, not that we were like aliens. And that's when she threatened us with her hoo-ha. But yeah, then we found the monkey behind the couch, and I think that was it.
That's when Bobby said, "Hey, we got him. We found a monkey baby." No, this is his mother. This would be his old lady.
Oh, well, I assumed it was his mother. And I'm going to say, "Oh, your mother looks very young." Please, madam, I've heard of your hoo-ha. Keep it away from me. I'm not powerful enough to handle your hoo-ha.